6, 7, it's 8.
8 pieces of paper.
8 pieces of paper.
All right.
Get the VMP test works or not.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is the same day we did a clutch install, and we are about to do the VMP triple pass heat exchanger with dual fans, and we have it right here. So Philip, you want to open the box?
Yeah, sure, but
I mean, I've opened up one of these before. I mean, if you saw my video on my black car.
Can we do it the Philroy edition?
As long as you don't break nothing that's inside of it.
You have a Sawzall.
Never mind, Philip.
See, that's Philroy edition.
All right.
Oh, ooh. Baby shows.
Yep. All right, so.
I got it. I got it here. I got it. Ooh.
There she is. We got the.
You got the wiring.
The wiring. Pretty much plug and play, guys.
Hey, what are these? Oh.
That's the grommets and everything to install it.
What are grommets? Hold on, I got this. Hold up, Ken. I got this, Mac Daddy.
You do your thing, brother.
Oh.
And then we got the hose.
I want to lay this on.
Alrighty. So there we go. Whoa, that was almost a party foul. So let's take this.
Oh, sweet. The fans are already bolted too.
Oh yeah, the fans are already on it.
Oh, sweet.
Got a nice bracket. It's one of the best heat exchangers on the market, in my opinion.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
No doubt. Now you just need an ice tank.
Triple pass instead of a single pass. And yeah, we just need a ice tank in the trunk. That's it.
Boy, look at these welds on these. Look at the craftsmanship
from
VMP. They always slaying. Ken, this will go very good with the 265.
I agree.
Man.
But we don't have the 265.
Or do we?
Stay tuned to the next episode.
On this episode of Speed Addict 731. All right. For real, hey, let's put it over here on this so it don't fall, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, we take precaution. We put it down on the cardboard, that way nothing happens to it.
And this time, let's not get bit by a horsefly.
He got bit last video by a horsefly, but he didn't get it on video, sadly. All right, so right now we're going to pull the front bumper, and then we'll get on to draining and changing out the heat exchanger. All right, so the bumper is really straightforward. It's just got 2 7mm screws over there holding onto the fender. It's got some screws on the bottom that run along right here. And see, I left all this on. I leave everything, all this all on. And basically just undo these screws that run right through here. And then you've got a 7mm screw right here and right there. And then it just pops off. So really simple. Oh yeah, and the screws up top. 2 screws up top. That's it. That's all that holds the bumper on. All right, so now that we got the bumper off, now we're going to start removing the heat exchanger and getting everything out. First, we got to remove this bumper support, so we're going to do that real quick. Alright, so the hose for the stock heat exchanger, this one right here, before was down here and then a stock heat exchanger. Now it's got to be up here in this spot. So basically, you're just going to take it, fish it up through here, then fish it through here, up below the headlight, and then over onto here. Now what I did, this is some wiring harness cloth tape. So basically it protects wiring harnesses and stuff like that from heat and metal and stuff like that. So since this is right up against, you know, it's not really sharp, but you know, over time it could wear. So I put some right here and then some right here where it's going to contact. You can pick this up at hardware store, auto parts store, and place like that. It's just cloth tape. It's really strong and it protects. So just do a few little wraps and you should be good. Now where Philip is working on taking. Philip, if you just cut that hose, don't cut yourself, Philip. So Philip got
it off
and cut a factory hose.
We ain't gonna reuse it, so why not? It's Federal edition. So see, look, I cut it twice.
Philip, you just need to take the clamps all the way off.
Okay.
Alright, so we already talked about that hose. Now we're going to go over here and talk about what we just done over here. That is the molded hose that goes from the intercooler reservoir to the pump, and the stock pump is mounted on top of the heat exchanger. So basically what you've got to do is you can either put a T on the stock molded hose, or you can run all new hose, and they send you plenty of hose. That's what's left after I did all of the custom hose routing over here. So I took the stock molded hose off. We put the heat shield on it. I fed it up through here, connected it to the intercooler reservoir, and it goes down here to the inlet on the coolant pump. And then we took the outlet from the coolant pump to the heat exchanger. So it's pretty straightforward, really easy. Now we've got this bracket that they send you, and then they send you nuts that hook to the stock bolts. They go into the bumper support right here. So now all we got to do, guys, is we've got to install the pretty much plug and play. It uses the stock intercooler pump to turn on the fans, and then you got the relays and the power and the ground and the fuses. Really straightforward, guys, so we're going to get to that right now. So we are going to feed it up through here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, guys, but we're going to feed it, all of it, straight up through here between the windshield washer reservoir and the inner fender right there. Now that we got it fed up, we're going to put the power right here, and we're just basically going to kind of sneak everything kind of over here. Oh, how I'm going to leave stuff like that in there. And guys, you can hide it wherever you want to hide it to, run it however you want to run it. It's all up to you.
But Federal would best advise if you keep these out just in case the fuse does pop. You get to them easier instead of trying to hide it. That's what we did in the 15, I mean the 16, 17, 18, 20.
Alright, we're going to undo this and run that up under there right now. Will you hold that, sir? I'll be right back with the tool. right, guys, what we're going to do here is we're going to fill this up, vacuum fill. That way we get rid of the air and we don't have to worry about air being trapped in the system. This just turns until it tightens.
That's like the best thing ever.
Yeah. And it's just the airless system. You get it down at Napa. Not too expensive. Works wonders. Also, you can check for leaks with it, which makes it very nice. Going to get that a little tighter. All right, there we go.
Oh, dude, watch my Crocs. Boy almost tried to kick me in 4x4. I don't need to go mudding right now, these bad babies.
As you can see, we're pulling vacuum. And you can close the valve, unhook the air. You can unhook this. And you can watch that and make sure that it ain't leaking down. That also, that's a great thing. You can do this on the intercooler system or the regular cooling system, and it saves you from having to go back in. And if you got it, say you fill it up and then you got a leak somewhere, well then when you go to fix leak, pull a hose off, what do you got to do to fix leak? Sometimes you're gonna lose the coolant, so you got to do it all over again. If it pulls vacuum and a hose vacuum, you're good to go. You fill it up and you ain't got to worry about it. And we'll vacuum fill and that gets rid of the air.
I think it's home,
You ain't got to worry about bleeding it.
And look at it, man. It just makes the lines completely flat, which is really cool.
Alright, so it's been about what,
15 minutes.
10, 15, something like that. We just
3 hours.
We're just chilling out. Anyway, we still haven't leaked down, so we're good to go. We're filling it up back up with coolant. So we're going to fill it up with a 50-50 mixture.
My favorite thing about this thing is I like how it just sucks it right up in there. That guy's gonna, you know, my mind's gonna get blown. Y'all ready? Watch this.
Hold that.
Oh yes. Can't hook me up, buddy. Stick your thing in there. Woo! Watch this. This is so freaking awesome. Just look at it. Y'all see that? It just sucks it right up, no problem. Jesus. So freaking cool, man. Look, sucked it all up too. Dude, man, you got them on my Crocs, dog. Kid knows I am by my Crocs. Croc attack. Okay, you got a little bit left in here.
Alright.
What are you doing now, Ken?
I'm just gonna jump this, so I think gotta start it up and let it warm up. Because the fans and the pump come on at a certain temperature. So to test them, we're going to jump right here. And yep, we're going to jump a Ruby. Alright guys, real quick, I didn't get this on film, but Philip was messing around with the paper test. And Philip, count the pieces of paper you got in your hand.
Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 pieces of paper.
8 pieces of paper.
Alright, so just show us what we was doing a while ago.
Just be honest, see, I miscounted one of them, but it's 8 pieces of paper.
8 pieces of paper. Okay.
Alright.
We're gonna stack them neat together.
Stack them neat together. We're gonna see if the VMP test works or not.
Guys, that's 8 pieces of paper.
Copy of paper. Copy of paper is heavier than normal paper.
Yeah, it's copy paper. Of course, we got stuff printed on. We printed this off VMP instructions. But 8 papers. Look at that, guys. That is crazy. All right, take it off. We don't make those fans work overtime. But yeah, that is crazy. I've always seen people do 1 or 2 papers, but that's 8 pieces of paper. It was flowing through the paper, sucking them to But point is this thing flows some air. So I'm very excited to see what the temps are going to be. So I'm highly looking forward to seeing how much this helps me. It helped me a lot on the 15, I'm sorry, helped on the 17 GT with the Roush supercharger. So guys, if you have an S550 and you're watching this video and you want to know, hey, you know, this does fit your car. It's for 05 to 16, it's the same one. Go check out my video. I'll throw a card right here. And it has where I installed this on my 17 GT. So you can go check that out if you have an S550. But guys, I was impressed with it on that car, and I know I'm gonna be impressed with it on this car. Very simple, easy to do, straightforward, no problem. So Philip, you ready to put this bumper on since we don't have any leaks? And one reason I left this all apart also is I wanted to check to make sure I had no leaks. That's a big thing. You don't want to put your bumper together and then have leaks and go, oh crap. All right, another thing you want to check is make sure you got plenty of flow, which we do, to make sure we have no air pockets or anything like that. So no leaks, no air pockets. Let's hit the bumper on and hit the road. All right, let's get this bumper on.
Nice. Let's take that road back.
There you go. Alright guys, I'm not going to leave you empty-handed. This video is not ending here. Stay tuned. More is to come right now. Alright guys, so it's been a few days. I kind of wanted a few days of driving the car with a clutch in it and the heat exchanger to give you guys my take on it. The clutch feels absolutely great. We're just going to drive to the gas station here in a second. I got to get some gas in the car. I've been driving the car back and forth to work, and let's see, I got right at 100 miles on the clutch so far. I wanted to share something to y'all real quick. That's the reason I started this before I started driving. Is I've been sitting here letting the car warm up for a while now. I actually went inside, did a few things, came back out, sitting here letting the car warm up. We're at 176 on my coolant temperature. But normally my IAT2 right now would be on up there. Around 120, 130, just sitting here. We're in 82 degree weather, just sitting here. It'd be around 120, 130, just sitting here. But with the fans blowing and then with the new heat exchanger, this is what we're sitting at right now. We are sitting at 104. My intake air temperature coming in through the mass is looks like 93. Okay, now we're at 106 and we're at 180. But normally by now it would be pretty far up there. It's helping out a lot. I'm very pleased with it. I had no doubts in it because I had run this on my 17, the Zach heat exchanger, and it did a great job with it. So I had no doubt that it would work in the car and benefit me. And around 125, around that area is where timing starts to get pulled. So as long as you stay below 125, you're good to go. But we're fixing to go get some gas real quick, so we'll talk more on the way. All right, so now we're gonna get some gas, and just kind of baby in the car. Don't really want to do nothing too much, but the clutch is feeling great. Really haven't noticed a whole lot of chatter in it, to be honest with you. It's doing really good. I have driven other cars with RXT clutches in it, and you know, you normally get some chatter or something like that. This one does pretty well. It does bite. That's one thing about it. It does bite, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to bite. are about here to get some gas, and I'm pulling here this Exxon. It's one of the stations that has a dedicated nozzle for every octane. So make sure you get that 100% 93. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we got some gas, and I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to go this way, I guess. Yeah, so I've just been trying to get out and drive the car as much as possible. Sunday I switched out the drag wheels for my street setup so I can get out and drive it, because it's supposed to be raining a lot on and off this week. Got off work earlier, came home, decided I was going to get the car out and finish up the video that I started for you guys with the heat exchanger installed. The heat exchanger is doing well, it's doing its job, I had no doubt about it. The fans flow very well, and actually sitting there, as I showed you earlier, it takes longer for the actual car to come up to temperature with those fans blaring, because they push a lot of air even through the radiator. So I've been noticing it takes longer for the car to warm up, and I've been also noticing that the car runs a little cooler also. It's running around 194 right now, but before it would, you know, the IETs would jump up there, IET2s would jump up there and like slow moving traffic, and then the temperature would get around 203, 204 around that area. But here lately it's been 190s, and I even contemplated maybe getting a cooler thermostat, but I was just going to wait and see how everything panned out like this. We are headed back to the house. I actually drove across town to get the gas because I just wanted to drive the car for a little bit and put some more miles on the car. Trying to get this clutch broke in, but broke in the right way. You know, they say 400 to 500 mile break-in period, but it's not 400 to 500 miles on the interstate. There has to be a lot of clutch actuations going on to break in the clutch correctly, and that's pretty much in-town traffic, a lot of stopping and going, a lot of shifting and things like that to break the clutch in correctly. And I am dying to get on the car. I've kind of gave it a little gas here and there. As long as you're going and already going, it doesn't really hurt anything. It's just you want to make sure that you don't get any, you don't try to launch it hard, or you know, do any quick shifts or anything like that, because that's when it doesn't like it. Like wide open throttle and then nail to the next gear, that's not something you want to do, or launching it hard out of the hose is not something you want to do until the clutch is broken in. Now granted, I don't have this is a 1200 horsepower clutch, and I don't have the horsepower to really hurt this clutch, but regardless, I do not want to tempt fate and something happened to the clutch prematurely, and then McLeod come back and say no, and then I'm out the money for this clutch. And guys, as you know, these things are not cheap. It's one reason why, you know, I made a video one time about auto, when I had my auto, is the auto versus manual, and how much money you have to put in a manual car to make the thing work. You have to have a really, really good clutch. You can't skimp out on a clutch. If you skimp on the clutch, then you'll be at the track, you'll be racing, and you'll be regretting your decision. Not regretting my decision one bit. I needed a clutch that was going to hold the power, and I know that I'm going to get a little things here and there that you might not want on a street driving a clutch, but you know, honestly, from the last time that I remember driving an RXT, this has a lot more street manners than the other one. But I don't know if the other one was a 1200 or 1000. I'm not sure, or even I'm not sure what it was. But this is doing great. No complaints on my end. But we have yet to unleash the power, but I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to hold, especially at my power level. The main reason we went with the 1200 is so when I get the other blower on and get more horsepower, I don't have to worry about going in and putting another clutch in later on down the road Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna hold you up any longer. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you next time.